Library Depot there, Hammersmith Depot. We're actually inside it. So with all your video and that, do you put it on YouTube or something?
Yeah, I put it on YouTube. People seem to quite like it. One of the most common questions is people ask, how do you get on the cab ride? Well, that one I haven't given away.
How did you do it? Did you write in and ask?
Yeah.
That's good.
I wasn't expecting anything from it, but then I managed to get it. I'm more than happy to do it. But I don't know how many people come on the cab rides. I don't think it's a huge amount. I don't think most people even know how to go about it.
Yeah, we get some, not very much. It's just, I think what it's just distracting the driver, artfully speaking. I think that's why you're with me.
Yeah.
If I can't get distracted by all my kids, no one will be able to. Because when I'm driving my car, Dominic, it's quite fun if I've got all my kids with me. Oh, I can't get them all in the car now, but it is.
But do the two oldest still live with you?
No, my oldest one, she's got a flat, and my middle one, he's I say he lives with me. Don't see him that much. He's always with his girlfriend.
How old is he? 20?
22.
So is he college or university or working or?
He's finished uni. He's just got another job now. He wants to get into media. He wants to be a writer and everything. He's very particular in what he wants to do. So he's
being what?
He said he wants to be a journalist.
Yeah.
And but it's very hard to get into. At the moment he's got a job. I forgot the name of the job he's doing now. But he did have one. He was working for Westport the Heart. There's a place there. He was doing their social media, updating their YouTube, Facebook, and writing for them and everything. But he wants to get into that. So I think the more he can do, the more he can build his CV up to get to what he wants to do.
So he actually does want to be a journalist?
Eventually, yeah.
What, reporting on what, sport or business or?
That's why he doesn't talk to me that much.
Yeah,
when I get to that age, I don't talk to you that much. He's very quiet. My daughter, she's finished uni now. She's doing another degree in
what?
Psychology. I think she's halfway through that.
Blimey.
And I've got my other daughter.
What, doing distance learning or something, or actually at uni?
Yeah, distance learning. She's
Crikey, she's good, isn't she?
She's a really good girl. So I'm really proud of her. She's really. And my other daughter, Isabel, she's 20. She's in uni at the moment. She's doing fashion art and design. She wants to be a designer.
We're in London?
No, luckily she's at Colchester. It's an institute up there. You've got Essex University and there's another one. There's Essex Institute.
Yeah.
She's up there. There's
So she's in her what? First year, second year?
Second year.
Second year.
Not like me. I didn't do none of that.
No, not me. No, not me.
My dad let me have one day off of school. Once I finished school at 16, he let me have one sleep in and he was straight down the job centre.
So what was the first job?
I was a metal polisher. We used to make tables for Harrods and things like that. Polishing, I used to polish the old bits and pieces and used to put the tables together. And it was a nice job.
And where was that?
That was in Barking, to be honest. It was a place there now. That was different. That was physically hard work because you was in a shop and it could be like the shop could be it could be 100 degrees and you have overalls, leather apron, leather gloves, mask, hat. And that was different. And my second job was air conditioning. I used to be do air conditioning. The old duct director. That was good. I did that for about. So I left that job 17. I think I was 18. I started at 21. I was like, come on to this job. I would have started this job at 16 with all my other friends. There's a apprentice, that was the best thing to do, become an apprentice, because you get to know about every environment.
And that's what you did?
That's what I wish I did do.
Yeah, but your mates did do that?
Yeah, they all done that. And
what, 2 year, just doing different...
And all different jobs. One of them now is a controller, and one's I forget what was it, trade operations manager somewhere. One of my mates, the controller, he's on the pig side at Earl's Court. He kids and asked me to be a controller. I've seen the stress of it all. I think maybe in the future, because I enjoy doing this. Like I said, there's not many jobs you can go to work, play with a train set, and come back home again. And I don't find it stressful.
I was going to say, and I guess that's the quite nice thing is you clock in and you clock out, and then you kind of leave it all behind. And
sometimes I have to take some bits with me because being an instructor is.
Yeah.
I mean, I always get someone bring me. It's like when these first trains first come out. I was around my mum's having me dinner on a Sunday, and one of my mates rang me up. He was around at Sloane Square. The train had shut down on him. Couldn't get it moving. And he's going, Jane, what do I do? What do I do? And I said to him, have you got your door closed visual, which is this? And he goes, no, I ain't got it. I said, can you see one of your doors open? On a little red box will say what the doors are. He goes, he went, no. And I went, oh, okay, shut the train down. I said, count to 10 and shut and open it up again.
So it's a bit like turn off your computer and restart it. Yeah.
It's just one big computer.
Yeah.
He did that, and I said, is anything happened? He went, hold on, mate. I went, it's worked. I worked.
Yay!
Or is this the SID? They call this the SID information device. Someone's a bark inside it. He said, oh, that's not coming on. And behind my head there, you've got an MCB, I think TCMS2 is the circuit that it's on. I said to him, trip that one out and reset it. I said, it'll go for a load of checks and everything, but it should be alright after that. He did that and it was alright. Because when they first come out these trains, I mean, I was off for a little bit. I had something at home, so they let me do a lot of the training, so I helped out the trainers. And touch wood, as I say, it's nice to do that. It gets you knowing the train a bit more.
So where do you do that? Do you do all the training actually on a train, or is it like a dummy train? Or
we've got simulators.
Right.
Should have asked. They could have gone on one of those simulators. We've got one at Ashfield, one at Hammersmith, and one at Hammersmith City Line.
Where's Ashfield House?
You got this Christian Westport. I keep forgetting the name of the station. Anyway.
But that kind of way.
Yeah. But the closest one I'd say to us is Hammersmith. No, it is. It's literally a mock-up of this at the front of the train. But it's a simulator. You've got 3 projectors in the front. It's run by a lovely computer system, and it's literally you've got a computer system in a classroom, all screens and everything, and then you can literally do everything. Like
So
a computer.
Would that be every single line, or would it be specific to this line?
That one is specific to this line, but they're trying, most of the train systems they're trying to do it like that. And it is literally, it's like a sim that you can, it's just the same for this track and everything, platforms and everything. You drive in the same, you don't get the same feeling, but you've got to stop on the same, as they call it, chevron. And it's just getting you used to it, and train defects on, scenarios and everything. So it's easier to do that on the simulator than it is to do it in real life.
Yeah.
But then again, when I have trainees, especially the really new ones, I want things to go wrong, because once they've passed out and everything, if something does go wrong, it is a little bit nervous for them.
Yeah.
And that's where you can fall down, is when something goes wrong and you panic and you take not just extra time, you do something wrong, and you job them on the line as well, you call it staff error.
But they'll a trainee on their first couple of journeys will have someone with them still, or no?
Call it a sweat day.
So
Oh god.
Well, I told you what happened to my first year. A lot of people jump off the train. not bad things. It's just I've had every defect going.
Yeah.
And my last name's Ifland, and everyone calls me Iffy. And when I was at school, people call me Iffy, but the reason they really call me Iffy is really that train's a bit iffy when they get on it. I've had everything. I've had on old trains, fuses go, trains catch fire, compressors go, and you name it, I've had it. And that's why my nerves are like that.
But I guess then at least nothing is new. You've encountered pretty well everything there is to encounter, so
I enjoy it. Keeps the day different.
So none of your kids thought about doing the same thing?
I wouldn't want them to, because there is no future in this anymore. It's a shame, because like I said, everything's going to go automatic. And to be honest, I mean, for me, I'd rather them do something else. I mean, it's lucky, touch wood, I did get this, because it is a nice job. The money's good, security, the job's good, and that's what I did it for. So.
Well, it served you well and your kids well, hasn't it? So that's a good thing. But they are still taking on apprentices, so.
I mean, management side, I mean, above this and that, yeah, there's loads and loads of jobs still. It's just trying to get into them. I mean, I had an apprentice with me, actually I got a text about Jake. He's now a night 2 driver. He just loved the trains. He was reading defect books on the train when he was waiting for me. And he was such a nice guy. And then he followed me for 4 weeks. And sometimes I say, but if you want to go home, you can go home now. You want to go home? He stayed with me right to the very end. And driving, he was driving a train. Some people can drive a train, some people can't. It's, I know you can see me driving, and someone does say I'm chatting to you and not looking, but I kind of know the track off the back of my hand. It's easy. Some people get on it and just can't drive a train. He got on now, and what we normally do with trainees is you do observation. I have to literally throw you with as much information as I possibly can about what is in front of us. Every station, every signal cabin code, every reversing point, everything in the area, everything. And so they do all that, and then after, because you've got to see how someone drives before you can learn. So I show them how to drive, how you're supposed to brake, where you're supposed to brake, what speed you need to do, and this is what I sometimes do it wrong on purpose, just to show them what will happen if you do it wrong. Do that for a couple of days and then drive. He did 2 stops, got on the front of the train and just drove it. And it was like, I was laughing because I said, it was funny just to watch him drive. He was just like he'd been on the job for years. And I said, right, next station, that's where I'll use my braking point, and that's where the chevron is. We did that there and back, and after that, that was it.
Wow.
Off he went. But my instructor was quite fun, one of them. Because I love trains. I got on the old C stock. I just got on it and drove it. Off I went. And that was different. It's more the handle, but Bakerloo line was totally different. You got a main line, you got a Western House brake and everything. And my second instructor, after a week, he got on my train, Gordon Lawrence, never forget, gentle giant, 6'3", weighed 22 stone. He was a big lad. He sat down, we got on the edge of the road, we went one stop to Baker Street. He said, "Can you drive a train?" And I said, "Yeah." That was it, went to sleep. 3 circles, right? I'd sit down, I'd look across, he was up against that, snoring.
And that was your instructor? Brilliant.
And I'm sitting there for himself though. I'm sure he's supposed to say something to me.
Is he still alive?
When I got round to Victoria, I used to drop the handle. Yeah, come out. They go, "What's that?" Well, nothing. You go back to sleep, mate. There's a bit lucky.
For France, there is no ceremony. Ordered to reach school energy for demonstration in George Street. But for planned engineering works, there are still on the line. Thank you very much.
The amount of announcements you could possibly make on this, and the thing is with these as well, you think you got 1 to 10. If you go down, it'll be 11. It's not. It goes to 21. It's a simple thing, but when you want to make announcements and you want to do them with this, trying to find them all. I don't mind these trains when they work. I've had a few defects on these as well. Not silly little things, but it's all things to go wrong. So I did all that training, and I like the trainees. You shouldn't wish for things to happen, should you? Things I do like is everyone laughs. I do like to come in to work because this is my peace and quiet time. Having 6 kids.
Right, I was going to say, if you've got 6 kids, yeah, blimey.
So you see it's got 20 there, I'll do 15. So the signal around the corner. If a train isn't fully, they call it fully berthed, this signal stays on, it's quite close. Signal. When I have trainees, I have to tell them all the environment around us. It says 20 miles an hour, but I won't never do that. It depends on the signal. It's a certain point there's a when you see on the track, it says you all the boxes onto the running rail. They're called position detectors. And you know your mobile phone, you've got apps, and you've got our tracking app. They use their source code from the London Underground. They let them have it on their apps, so you see all the trains going around, and it goes by those position detectors. See them now? The boxes here.
Yeah.
That's what they are. These ones here are timing me and make sure I'm going at correct speed.
And if you're not, what?
Well, it says 20. If I was doing over 20, I'd get tripped on the trip clock down there. Which one of my trainees did to me.
So sorry, what does that mean? It would just cut the power out?
Yeah, there's a trip clock underneath there.
Yeah.
And what it does, it hits that train, it brings the train to a stop. The old trains, like Bakerloo ones, you have a big load of noise, so this all the air out the brakes and the train comes to a stop. So then once that happens, you've got procedure. You go, or do you stop? You see where you are. It's a signal past the danger, so we can't go. So we have to tell the controller, and you go after. There's all different procedures after that. You can't know. So it's quite fun.
Yeah.
You see the drivers around start shaking like that.
I didn't even see where we are.
Ejoy Road.
Quick. Feels quick when you're in here, but when you're in the back, it feels longer. Doesn't it?
Yeah. Because you don't look at anything, do you? You just look at the
You haven't got the nice view.
Yeah.
My boy, James, 22, already come with me one time because he wanted to know what I do. I picked the easiest shift. It was only a 4.5 hour turn, and it was only it was a 6 hour turn. It was there and back, have bill break there and back, go home. Oh, after we did it, I went, do you want to come with us again? He went, no. It's a novelty, but I mean, not every job can be very boring at times. Every day can be different as well. So that train down in front of us, Metropolitan Line, so you saw these signals, they'll all drop off individually, have to be certain speed. And all it is to keep the train at a safe braking distance from another train. So when you sit in the back,
That's a long train, isn't it?
that's the SA that one.
Huh?
You don't see if there's anyone
Looking at that thing, it looks quite funny to look through.
out there.
Yeah, there's someone with headphones on dancing with his leg.
So we can see them as we go along, but we're not supposed to do it. There's like every computer system, there's always, you get the back doors and things like that. There's a little thing they've left open. If you do a certain thing on the TCS, you can see them. We're not supposed to do it, but to be honest, I've had a lot of commotion on my train, and it's kind of handy having to see what's behind me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
but they don't want you doing it because it's the distraction, and you might have a spare signal pass of danger.
You might
have a signal pass of danger because if you're looking at that,
oh, I see
in
what you
front
mean.
of you,
Yeah. But you do want to know what's going behind you, don't you? So do you ever see people that you recognise on the platform?
Thing is, I see bodies, but I don't see like my
faces.
I've had friends that wave at me and I didn't see them.
Yeah.
And they go, Joe, I was waving at you. I've even had my mum get on the platform when she used to work at King's Cross. She waved at me. And she texted me later on that day. And I was like, Nixie, she goes, why are you so miserable? I said, that's my relaxed.
I was concentrating, Mum.
Yeah, now you can see them.
Yeah. So is that just directly the one behind you?
I'll go in a sequence and it'll do the whole lot.
Oh, you can, you see it. It's all televised. It's all
What it does, it records constantly all the time.
Yeah.
And it just goes over itself. And when you push the personal emergency alarm, it records 15 minutes before and 15 minutes after. So, and that gets recorded and saved. So if anyone does anything naughty, they think they can get away with it.
Yeah, they can't. Does that happen often? People pull the alarm?
To be honest, I've not had many alarms pulled lately. I used to get quite late. In the peak,
rush hour.
Yeah. Because you get people rushing around and everything, and you might actually, it's not your fault, you might accidentally just catch them in the door and they're holding on to the door, and you've got to see so many people. Or you get, especially in the school holidays, you get quite a lot of school holidays.
Right, as in just kids just larking around it.
Most of the time, it's funny thing.
It's for fun.
Or the two middle units, motor shoe gear, we've got disabled wheelchair access there, so you've got the low level buttons. You've got little kids pull them up, just pushing them, thinking, what's that? Oops! Oh God! Because it brings the train to a stop.
I was going to say, that must really put you behind.
And that button there is the passenger emergency button override. So if I'm going in between stations, I'm going to stop anyway because the monitors come on and I can see everything. And I tell the controller what's going on, what car it's on and everything, so you get the staff at the next station. And I have to keep a finger on that. If I don't, I'll let go. It will be the brakes will stay on, so that just releases the emergency brakes. I use that to shoot as I'm coming to the platform doing that. You might see me do that. Driving these trains, to be honest, to me, it doesn't feel like I'm driving a train. It's more of a computer game.
Yeah, I'd get that. Yeah.
You see me when I drive, I have my leg always touching the train. Because the old trains, you could feel what the train was doing. If there was something wrong with it, you could feel. It's like when you're driving your car, the old cars, you could always know when something's wrong, something don't feel just right.
Yeah, I know exactly.
But these, nothing. It's just a computer on wheels. You won't believe what's running this computer as well, which is quite funny. That TCMS, is running an old netbook processor. I think is it the quad core one? It's a quad core, which you get out of Tesco's, 120 quid. That's all it is. I watched it boot up one time, and I watched it, and it was I just thought, that's funny. So you make me want to do the MCB so I can show you, but I think that might get the on with me. I think they've got their own little operating system, which is a steer, and it used to. You've got the main operating system, used to be Windows XP, but now they use Windows. I think it's Linux or Linux, if you want to call it, and then they've got their own operating system sitting on top of that, which is not too bad. Well, they have firmware updates like a mobile phone. Every time they program something doesn't work.
Yeah, override it again and release more software. It's got to be constant. How long's your battery?
Huh?
How long
You
is
got
that battery?
external, when you got external barrier.
Yeah. So that's charging it now.
What is? So that's not a run out.
The funny thing is, that's what I've got.
It runs out. I don't know how long
You
it
got-
takes.
I've got that on mine.
Yeah.
I've got
Because
the
the
old
GoPro
yeah.
isn't they're not very good at lasting long. I've got a battery in there, and I've got an extra battery pack, and then I've got that.
Yeah, so I looked at getting one of those, but it was just so dear. I couldn't justify
Yeah,
the
they are
price.
lots of money. Yeah.
But then I've got this thing called Cam Park. It's got 4K because that's what I wanted, the 4K. It does everything that the old GoPro does, just a fraction of the price.
Yeah, this one isn't 4K.
My boy, my 11-year-old boy, he comes and he plays with it, plays as well.
Where do you go?
Where I live at Brentwood, you've got a place called Dragon's Lair. We go there, not very often because it's a bit dearer and a bit smaller, but I go to Billericay, a place called Plantation and Skirmish. But we're going on the 14th to a place called Skirmish. And I've got all my own guns and everything, and it's... My wife looks at me and goes, mate, just nods. I said I could be down the pub getting drunk or doing whatever, but I'm not. I'm running around, a bit of exercise, and it's no, that's not.
Yeah, and you do it with exactly. You're doing it with friends, and you do it with your son. Yeah,
or both of my boys. Actually, if the other one gets up, because you have to get there quite early. You have to get there at 8:30 in the morning on a Sunday, and trying to get a 22-year-old up.
Yeah.
Especially 11-year-old, it's more fun.
So is it a full day?
Yeah, till 4:30. I don't normally stay to that long because I'm a bit tired.
Yeah.
The old knee because I'm getting old. It's a bit of fun.
Yeah.
What kind of computer do you do all your rendering on?
Just on a Mac.
Do I like Macs? I use
I prefer them to a PC.
what software do you use? You use their own movie maker thing.
I just use iMovie, yeah, the one that's on there. It's easy.
Yeah, I used to use that all the time. It's so much easier to play with.
Yeah.
See, my PC, the one I built specifically for myself. My wife did kind of moan at me. It was about 9 odd grand. It's like that. It's all water cooled and everything. It's when I get into something and I want to learn about it, I try and learn everything I can. It's got I make my own LED switches in the front for LED lights inside, and I make my own water cooling system for it. So
God.
I've calmed down.
How long did that take you to do?
At the beginning, I bought the whole lot in one go, and I took the case I had, I took it all apart, sprayed it all, so I did all that, put it all together, made all the stuff, and even the motherboard it come with, I had it all watercooled and everything. Now it's a bit different, I've tried different, but now it's just a bit more extreme. My boy uses it for when he does his YouTube. When my old PC would take, say, 4 hours, or even say certain PCs take an hour to render, mine takes about 5 minutes, is what I've done to it.
So what do you mean by render? What is that?
It's saving in, like, you know, you've got to convert it either to MPEG-4 or whatever file you want to upload to YouTube.
It can take a while.
So that's super fast then, isn't it? Yeah.
What done to it now? See, my processor is old, it's an extreme processor, and then computer's it's a 6-core but a 12-core processor, and I have 32 gig of RAM. But it's all overclocked, so I'm meant to overclock. I used to do all that as well. I used to overclock it, and I've got 2 graphics cards in there overclocked, and I've got storage. I've got solid state drives in there, and I've got made my own server. I've got 6 terabytes of storage.
What are you doing?
To be honest, nothing no more. What I do, every time I take a picture or anything on camera, it automatically gets uploaded to my my own little cloud.
Yeah.
And I used to, the old times, download movies and whatnot. I put it all on there, but I don't do that no more. There's no point. There's all the different things you do now, but most of the time now, it's my daughter. She takes pictures with her phone, so I've got a little space for her that loads for her and home movies and that. Like GoPro and that will get saved on there. Yeah, and I'm 45 and I still like to play the PlayStation as well.
Yeah, why not? So you like the watch? You use the watch?
I only had this a couple of days because I used to have one before and I got rid of it because it was just not good enough, but this one's a bit better now.
So what sort of stuff would you do on that you wouldn't do on a phone?
It's kind of an extension of your phone. It's like if when you get text or anything, you just look at your watch and it just come up on there. I've got it in power save mode at the moment. But anything, WhatsApp, Facebook, stuff, all that stuff.
But see, but that's why I can't. But why would you have it on a phone and a watch? Because you're
charging away.
Yeah, but it's not.
Sometimes you don't want to use your phone. You just have a quick look and see what it is. Or if someone gives me a call, you can't get to your phone. It's on the watch, so I can answer it on there. But not on the train, mate.
Right. Be honest with me. Is it just?
It's gimmicky.
Yeah. It's just because it's been made. You think I quite like the idea of having that. Because I'm not really into technology. I can appreciate technology. But for me, the more things I've got, the more complicated it gets. So if I can have a phone, which is now obviously your camera, it's your phone, it's your diary, it's your personal computer, it's everything. Why would I want a watch that basically does the same thing? I'd either have one or the other.
It's an extension. I'd say it's just an extension of the phone.
You can use it for fitness as well.
I love my gadgets. I'm such a gadget.
That's it. Yeah.
Everyone laughs, they do. If you saw my ass, what I try and do is, yeah.
Have you got loads of redundant gadgets in a garage somewhere or in the loft? Or
I call it log cabin man cave. I've even just I've got a Bluetooth light bulb as well.
What? Why? Why is that?
I'll do that just to wind my wife up. I've put it in at the top of me where the kids' bedroom. We've got two bedrooms, a little outbuilding bit there, or a little corridor, and I've got a light bulb there, an LED light bulb, change colour anyway, but it's speaker. And when I'm downstairs, instead of like shouting up to them, I go on my phone and I go, you get up. And it comes out through the light. That is quite funny, that thing. I
That
do like
is
that.
Mad.
There's so many things you can do though. My wife doesn't know how to use the washing machine. And I've just bought a new one, Hoover. It's Wi-Fi enabled, so I've got an app on my phone. I can control the washing machine. There's loads of things you can
So that is the internet of everything, isn't it?
Yeah, it does make me laugh. It's kind of what I'm saying. I think so. I do think it is silly. I mean, you can buy an oven that's Wi-Fi enabled, the hob extractor fan,
The fridge.
Yeah. It's getting that point where
It is, isn't it? And again, I appreciate it, but I just think, for me, really. Yeah, and the guy in the shop will say, well, yeah, you can put the oven on your way back from home, so when you want to put it's like, well, yeah, I guess I could do, but why? I don't want to do that. I don't want technology to sort of not rule my life, but it's a bit like you saying about the train. I guess it's you can appreciate it, but actually it's quite nice actually just to sort of drive the train as it used to be, but clearly we're not going to go back, are we? We're only ever going to go forward.
Yeah, a lot of people are worried about all this as well. And it goes, well, mate, what does it mean for the driver? Or I mean, it will be the end of the driver. I mean, if someone was to say 18-year-old coming as a driver, I think he's going to be driving forever. Wouldn't be. I mean, touch wood. I don't want to wish my life away, but I know I'm just glad I'm so glad at this age. But I've only got say 15, 16 years.
No,
left.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
trick we do here, because we merge into the district line. When we go around this corner, if I go slow enough, they call it a route call. Train comes from this side, train comes from that side. The computer looks at it. If the district's coming in before me, as long as they call it a route call, he hasn't got a route before me. If I go slow enough, it thinks I'm blocking this section up, so I get the signal before the district line, even though he might be timetabled before me. The district always have a go at us as well, because we drive too slow. See this signal around the corner of it, it's a speed control signal, it's got extra numbers on it. I used to work all that east as well as a station assistant many years ago. I used to like this station quite a lot actually. Because you've got, they call it the A end and the B end. The A end is the east end and the B end is the west end towards us. And you used to be up in an office, never used to sell tickets, just do it for information. And basically, well, I used to get on with all the staff here. I used to end up going to sleep up here. You sleep one gate home because you're so tired, being such a young lad, going out all the time. I'll bring a dinner from home, go in the back office and have a kid. But you can't do that nowadays. Every driver goes past going, what are you on the front of the train for? Why is he videoing? Why has he got that?
Or the passengers are confused as well at the station and they don't want to be filmed.
Really? Did they spot it as well?
So I think I remember seeing someone look at it once. I've seen a couple of the driver's eye views. One of them, it was on the Metropolitan train coming to the front, coming to the end of the station, going really slow. There's a bunch of school kids and they start waving at the camera.
It does make me laugh. Like, you get a lot of people taking pictures of you. One of my new trainees, she goes, "Do you get that a lot?" I said, "Yeah." I said, I'm on quite a few people's walls most probably. You're actually a miserable driver, took us round the circle line. It does make me laugh. I do get people come up and say, "Why do you look so miserable?" I said, "You try smiling for 8 hours." I said, "I might look sad on the outside, but I'm happy on the inside."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's the inside that matters. What's that?
Oh, that's the old station. Is it St Mary's? I don't know which one's called.
I think it might be. The lights are on, someone must be in there.
Someone's still working in there.
Someone's been locked in.
It's St Mary's, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
I remember the supervisor brought me down here one time. There's a door outside on Whitechapel Road. It's like the TARDIS. An old door outside, you open it up, go inside, it's like going back in time.
Must be impressive.
That's the one thing I'd love to do, is go and visit the stations that have been closed down.
Are there many?
Oh, there's loads and
Oh,
loads.
really?
There's actually loads. I don't know them all, but I'd love to go just...
A few of them you can go as a member of public, but it's super expensive, like it's like £75 and it's only like a...
What, for what? At all?
Yeah.
What?
You find they might have been shut in the 60s or 40s or whatever it is.
That's one of them, although...
And that is it. It's just like, that was it. It was shut and just left like it. You might have a newspaper, 1940 newspaper or anything. It's just like going back in time.
Yeah.
I know one of them was used, Churchill used for like in the wartime.
You just really thought they'd be looking at reopening all of these because of sort of overcrowding everywhere.
They can't.
I guess
Look
too much
at that one just there. It's there, and this is
Yeah.
here now.
Yeah.
You're thinking, what's the point in spending all that money for 2 seconds?
Of course, yeah.
And then you're going to delay the trains even more.
Yeah. Good point.
It is interesting how all the old stuff.
Oh, there's loads of stuff. If you look behind the background, it is really into the history of the underground. I do watch the programme, yeah.
Yeah, they had a recent one on which is only 3 episodes, one about showing actually like how they keep it working and stuff.
Oh, that was about
Some guy was like presenting it.
where was that place? Lots of Road, what was it? They had a jet engine supplying the power to the underground, wasn't it? That was different, that was. That come off one of the old jets, wasn't it?
Yeah, I saw that one. That was really
But that was powering a train.
powering the whole of the underground, and you really could hear the sound. They had to have.
What? How long ago was that?
No,
What?
they only use it once a week just to keep it in, because obviously otherwise if they don't use it, then they're going to be told that they can't use it anymore.
That sounds crazy.
When they lost power, they turn it on.
It's an emergency power supply.
An old jet engine.
It's impressive all the old things, yeah. But I would like to know what they do with all the old trains. If you can like buy the parts, but I don't think it's that very possible. Like, so when I went to I put it in my bag actually. The other week when I went.
Yeah.
An old railway dictionary they were selling, and then just a few books. But then you can't easily get these kind of things.
What's that one say?
Working about the track tells you all the different things. And then there's that from 1965. But you can't find any of these things very often. Like, it would be interesting to like see all of these things. Like obviously they're kept for like staff and drivers and stuff.
It's a shame there was a driver not long ago retired. He had a lot of rule books going back to the 70s and
It's interesting, yeah. Like I know there's all of like the timetable books that they all have. They're interesting things to look at. Then, as a member of the public, you don't get those things.
I've kept some of my old uniform when I first started, like the badges and the hats.
They're
and
cool to keep. Coming into my event.
What colour were they? Were they still blue?
Yeah, dark blue.
I can't even see it in my head what they used to look like.
Yeah, it was dark blue with a red line going around with a cap. I used to bring a few home, and my older kids when they was younger, they used to play trains. You got Underground Ernie and all that lot. Just pretend to be all the...
They would have loved it then.
Please be advised, trams.
I do like all the old like books like that. It's interesting to read all of them.
It's good service, all about it.
So the funny thing is, one of the controllers, we call him the X-Man. I'll tell you what, when we stop, you can see why on my radio here. I had one of the trainees go, why do you call him the X-Man? When he starts talking, press the X. Every half hour they give you an update. So yeah, it's been on the half hour. My
So
mate,
where is he now then?
that one there, he's at Baker Street. You've got
Right.
the District Line and the Met Line. They're all at Baker Street at the moment. Piccadilly Line is still at Earl's Court. But eventually, I should have showed you, when we come into Hammersmith, on the right
On my end.
yeah, when at Hammersmith, there was a signalling centre. it's called the subsurface SSR signal centre, and that's where everything's going to eventually be. Whitechapel's closing down. Whitechapel Farrington's already closed. Ejoy Road will be closing down. Anything on the subsurface is all going to go into that Pacific Point. All the signals are all going to be taken away. I think Upminster, I'm not sure about Upminster, they have their cabin up there is something different. But the Piccadilly line, which is subsurface, they're not going there. Which my friend is very happy with.
No, I'm not surprised.
But that, it's like I said, the future of it is all technology, computer and everything. That's why the way they're trying to push new technology onto old technology. That's why you find you get a lot of signal failures going on at the moment. So I was talking to one of the technicians, it's like all these old cables. You can imagine how long they've been here for. They've been here
How old?
Over 100 years old.
Yeah.
And they say when they wire up a signal, it can't be no break in it. It's got to go from one all the way to that lever without a break.
Right.
Just in case someone gets into it and change the signal. Because they pull one wire, they don't know where it goes to. This is a little thing I do in my trainings when I leave here, because to make it a bit more interesting. It's a 20-mile speed restriction, yeah? And so you have to wind up at a certain point north and release, and you have to touch the 20 at the 20, and you've got to be dead on it. And this is what me and his damn right was trying to figure out, and it depends on the train loading. But at the bridge here, there's a beam that goes across, which is around about there. Now I'll go to people now. At 20, can't get it every time. You've got to go right at that 20 and it's got to turn 20. Might be too fast. Too fast. Yeah.
Oh, weird. That looked like it was wrong.
My trainees once they pass that, they come up here and they text me and they went, I'm still trying to do that 20. It's still your fault.
It's like an OCD thing. Yeah. So what's the fastest you can get up to? 40?
Well, our speed limit, which we're only allowed to do in our little books and that, is 40, but the line speed here is 40, well, for here is 35,
yeah.
in certain places are 45. The train is limited, it will do 47, with a little wind behind it, it'll do 48. But if you took the software limited off it, these trains can do 120.
Wow.
So, it will make the circle go quicker.
120 miles an hour? Are you kidding me?
There's 28 motors,
Why are they built to go that fast when they're clearly not even going? Are they going about 40% of that?
Yeah, on the Met Main, I think they've been up to 60 mile an hour. They used to be 50. I'm sure it's up to 60 now. I was talking to one of the Bombardier people when we first had these. He was telling me loads of stuff about them. Yeah, they can go up to 120, but they're all limited. Software limited. Because at the moment we run on 630 volts, but these supposed to be run on 750, and until they sort all the substations out, it's not running there yet. So these will get quick. Well, at the moment we've got a flag up there, an APS flag, automatic propulsion system. When we go into an open section, that comes up and it gives us a little bit more oomph. Luckily on speed boost.
Yeah.
We used to have a flag over there. You might see on the old train, just to pull the flag up, and then
That sort of rings a bell, yeah.
Yeah, on the that Bakerloo line, you might see it over there. You know what it is? We've got Wheatfield and Wheatfield. I forget what field now. What it does, it just changes characteristics of the motors and that. Lets more energy into them. That's what we're doing now. We're picking up speed a little more better.
So what are you doing now? 30?
40. So yeah, this is the fastest part we can do. If I could, I could do, get up to about 48 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But it's finding the right position to brake, otherwise you just wave at the passengers when they go past.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've done that this morning. I come into what station was it? Shepherd's Market. Yeah, Shepherd's Market going towards Hammersmith. I was quite a new driver. I was on the old trains to C-stop, and it was snowing. So the track was really icy and everything. And I started braking, and the needle just went to 0. And I was quite new, and I was just thinking, oh, yeah, go back up a minute. And I was kind of went back, went to the platform, looked at the passengers. I looked and I thought, oh damn, I ain't stopping. And I just waved at them. I just slid through the station, and it was like, oops.
So what happened there?
Well, it's all different procedures. I mean, if you're up to a car, you can open your doors, or if you're doing an end-door cut-out or something else. If you're over a car, you either go to the next station. There's all different procedures to do. But I went literally the whole train through, so I just carried on to the next station.
But why didn't it stop? Why didn't it brake?
It locked up, and I was a very young driver.
Blimey. So no serious repercussions for you?
Back then it was a bit different back then.
Yeah.
Still had to be careful. Station on train 270, I do it 614 duty. You got any spares can do in and out of the yard for me, by any chance? Oh, right. Actually, I've got the book of me down there, but I'm on train 270, about another, I think it's 1546. Oh, thanks very much. Train 270, 614. Cheers, Zero. Thanks.
It's upstairs that would show you all of the like train times and things. They're quite interesting things.
Lucky enough, I am getting someone to do for us.
Very handy. So how long does that save you?
Gives me extra, say, 25 minutes to my meal break.
Oh really?
Wow.
God, as long as that? Wow.
Because my meal break on this one isn't that much, to be honest. Because I would get off the train at 16:05 and pick up at 55, but then I've still got to walk up there or go and get my food, so it doesn't give you much time. So now is I'll be getting 15:46, which I'm going to speed up now. So it gives me a little extra. Because at the moment, because we've got extra drivers, because of the automatic run, we're all going to start being trained on. We've got 23 extra drivers. So there's a lot more people around.
Yeah.
Did you see all the booklets I meant in there?
No, I don't think I did.
On the side there was like loads of different booklets, and one of them I picked it up and looked at it and said it shows you all the different trains, I think all the train times and things.
Just for this line?
No, they had the Hammersmith and Circle because they share, and the other one was a district line one I saw.
God, that's a straight line, isn't it?
I'd say it's fun when it's snowing or fog. Fog's fun driving in a fog. I've been places where you just couldn't see a foot in front of you. We've got fog repeaters, which is this one we'll come up to on the left there. But to be honest, I've been down here one time, you just 10 feet, and that's about it. It's quite fun to going along and people go, where's the station? Oh, there it is.
Especially in the central line, that parts when I had to stand up, it wasn't very fun.
Central line's different on there though, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, that was really bumpy. These trains are quite nice.
Stuff away, get ready. You'll be away.
I know that Kim preferred these trains.
What? It's more space. Yeah.
More space and they're more comfortable for her. She's not very keen on travelling on the trains, and she likes these ones.
People wait for pushchairs. Being a parent, got to look after them.
Good for you. Is she on a team? Is she
I used to like working here as well, Upton Park, football day.
Yeah, it must be.
I bet that was carnage, wasn't it?
Well, lucky, I only did one every day then. It was before they had all the them gates. It was the old metal gates you used to pull across.
Oh, yeah.
You had 2 wooden boxes. I was only like 22 or so. I remember being here and all the police were there, and I got caught on the wrong side. And I got squashed up against the railings.
Oh no.
And they was all just laughing at me. All the coppers were just laughing at me.
Cheers, boys. Yeah, straight
This
back.
is direct with the track on this side, in the middle.
What makes me laugh, you see there on the right, if you're on this here, you've got the old water tower, if you ever seen an engine sitting there. As we come to, see the on branch things right in front of us?
Yeah.
There's our water tower for steam engines.
Blimey.
Oh yeah.
I hope they never get rid of it, because that is part of their history, isn't it?
Quite impressive.
But it's really not that big, is it?
Must be old.
Oh, yeah.
I won't be surprised they had them plotted every so many mile or couple of miles or so.
Yeah. I noticed quite a few women drivers as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know, years ago it wasn't a woman in the so-called environment, but yeah, we've got loads of women drivers.
Yeah.
As I say, equal opportunities for everyone.
Yeah.
Didn't remember on the Central Line we heard the very American guy that time. That was a rare thing to hear.
Oh, we had what's his name? He's retired now. He spoke like 8 different languages.
Wow.
Really, really intelligent bloke, and he used to make announcements, and he'd come out, he was just sitting there going, you sure this is the right job for you? You should be doing something else, you know? You find that if you go to every station, you talk to all the different people, you'd be surprised where they come from.
Yeah, everyone's got a story. Yeah.
Oh, there's a box there in the middle of the tracks.
There's so many people get on this job now just for the security of it.
Yeah. All the money.
Yeah, but you say that, but there's not a huge amount of security in it, right?
Closing a lot of the jobs that they had. The ticket offices were closed down, weren't they?
Yeah, I don't know why they've done that, close the ticket office. It just makes it so much more complicated for the passengers now.
Well, the machines don't only take a £20 note. And then you can't use the £5 note. Well, the tourists won't know what they're doing and then they keep up with the queues and that.
Yeah, it's a bit daft.
I remember watching a Tube series about it and the woman was really upset. She was like crying about it.
What, someone who works?
She worked there for like 30 years or something. And you think,
Well, you would be upset, wouldn't you?
there was someone else, quite funny, I think it was that Piccadilly Circle, who was quite a character that was well known there. He worked in the ticket office for years and then he moved, and then after that he decided he didn't want to do the job anymore because he didn't like it. That train is
Well,
fun.
those C2C trains are everywhere.
They run it Liverpool
I've
Street
only been
as
on
well,
it
aren't they?
once or twice before. Liverpool Street, I've never seen them go to Liverpool Street.
Oh dear, no. It's the first time I yawned. I normally yawn quite a lot.
I don't want to fall asleep.
Normally put me matchsticks in, keep your eyes open.
I wonder if anyone has fallen asleep driving the train.
Good chance.
Well, you've got that recording, so I can't tell you.
Probably has. Oh god.
Well, you'd be surprised if it hasn't happened, wouldn't you?
Well, you think some of the shifts, and sometimes if you follow the rota, you might have to do earlies for a few weeks, have a couple of days rest, and go straight to dead lates. So your body clock is just completely
All over
ruined.
the show, yeah.
I'm sure they'd find out pretty soon if you have. Well, I'm sure there'd be people they've missed quite a few stops in a row accidentally.
So are you going to run off and get something? Do you want to go?
I think I'm going to try and go off and wherever it is that we can try and find something.
Good luck.
Yeah, we might be walking. We might end up walking to Romford.
If you don't decide to come back, that's not a problem. But if you do, just remember it's 16:55 on that westbound platform.
No, we definitely will.
Yeah.
16:55.
Or if not,
On which
just
platform, Jason?
it'll be on number 6 again.
16:55.
When I get off, I'll show you quickly again. Or if not, if you do get something, you want to come up the top or whatever, yeah, just do the same thing. Come up the stairs, and we can start at the top there.
Around the corner.
Yeah.
Shall we take this?
Yeah.